The Refreshingly Normal Podcast. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Refreshingly Normal Podcast. I am Kēfla.
I'm Cree.
And we are the dynamic duo. Yes, better than Superman and Wonder Woman.
Ooh.
Better than
Bonnie and Clyde. Better than Jay-Z and Beyonce. Heathcliff and
Huxtable.
what was the other?
Claire. Better than who else?
Martin and Gina.
Yes. And better than the parents on the Good Times.
Florida and
James. There you go. We would have lost our trivia points.
We lost.
Because we was too slow. Gotta be quick on
Gotta be
quick on
quick on
feet. All right. So today is a beautiful day outside. You know, yesterday was first day of spring.
Yes.
Spring has sprungeth.
Yes.
And the pollen has pollented.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember when we first moved here.
Oh, it was insane.
I've never seen pollen like that.
Me neither.
And I remember like being at a carpool duty, and this Mercedes came through, and I was like, well, that's a shame. That Mercedes looks so nice.
Mm-hmm.
And why is it got color green, like the color's faded? And then they're like, that's pollen. I was like, what? So yeah, I've never seen pollen like this before moving to Georgia.
Gotta have your protein. 30 grams per serving.
Dang.
I know they're not sponsored, but ain't nobody paying for us. But maybe if they look at us and say,
oh yeah. Ooh, delicious protein. So good. Get
Yes.
it? You get muscles.
we can talk. But yeah, I never lived in Georgia too, so even like in Alabama, we had pollen to a certain extent, but
Yeah.
not like that. What we would normally see would be a lot of the pine cones, you know, the little things that you see them spin around like that, with like little helicopters. You ever seen the pine cone when they falling seeds? So that's what we would see on cars, a lot of that, and a light amount of pollen, but not what we see here. Insane, freaking
I don't
insane.
even know in Kansas what we did. I know we had it, pollen and stuff, because our brother is super allergic to pollen, and so it would always impact
But
him.
nothing like Georgia. Well, you can literally, like Georgia, sometimes you can actually see it falling.
Yeah. Oh, you see it in the air.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you say, and then like I remember when I was coaching, there would be times I'd be out there, I'm like, and I could taste it on my tongue.
That is true, because when I would run in it.
So, my goodness. So let's recap our week. So how was your week?
Well, I
Says the snail.
I had a week of doing some trainings and tried out a new dentist this week,
okay.
and I think I might like them. And then, of course, had my clients this week, and trying to think what other things I had. A lot of just really planning for my training. Like I have to get things together. This week was about using community circles to grow relationships. So I like my trainings to be able to give people like little giveaways so they can go out and actually begin doing the work. And so I had to get those together, but then had to get them packed and transported to where I was training, because we have a place where we have all of our materials and items. So I had to do that, and I did some restorative work to repair some harm with some people this week, and that went really well.
The fixer.
Yes,
You the Olivia Pope.
of restorative practices.
That's right.
That's what I do. And every time, even when Jocelyn when she and I would do it together, they were like, you guys are magic. And so I had to do it by myself because Jocelyn's not here.
But you have to say at least about about the little premature horn toot, premature a tutelation.
I did some restorative work, working my magic And when we got done, one of the individuals was like, we got done and everything was just so awesome. And they were like, well, I just one thing. Can I have a hug?
No, hold on, because they said you're good.
Yeah, they did say. They said, man.
Build it up.
Okay. They're like, man, you are so good. Like, we wouldn't have been able to do this. You know, like, you are good at what you do. I mean, like, you just really like work some magic. And I was like, well, thank you so much. And they're so then right after that, they were like, well, one thing, can I just get a hug? And I was like, absolutely. It's like, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking about, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought because I did all the magic.
You're like how Homer Simpson, that little meme.
Yeah.
Get back into them flowers, them bushes.
Anywho.
My bad.
Anywho. So I was like, oh, I'm sorry. So, but yeah, that was really funny. It was a great way to end it too, on a little light note, something they can laugh about or whatever. So, yeah, so that did a lot of that this week, and working with my clients. And I will say the same thing that we do here, and we say, what's one thing that makes you grateful?
Right.
One thing that you're looking forward to. I do end my sessions with that because some of them are so tough. And so it's not to forget the tough things that you're going through, but it's just so that you can remain hopeful. And, you know, so I tell them, I'm not telling you like we're erasing or not thinking about all the tough things that you're going through. But even through the tough things, it's nice to think of things that are good. And this week I got a lot of when they said they're grateful, they said they are grateful for me as their therapist. Oh. So that made me feel good. And then they just said grateful for a place to come and talk. And so anyways, that made me feel good.
Safe space.
A safe space,
Nothing like having a safe space.
So that made me feel good this week that many of my clients said that. So yeah, it was busy week, but it was a good week. How about your week?
That's good. My week, and we'll save your side eye for what happened yesterday with the boys when they said they didn't want to.
Oh yeah.
I am
gonna.
That's a good side, because you know how you always be side eye stuck.
Yeah, and I will say yesterday. Also, I got to have lunch with the boys yesterday, and that was nice. And but I'm gonna save my side eye for the rest. But we met up for lunch, and that was really good.
Yeah. All right. So for myself, we'll start with the prom.
Okay.
We went to the prom after we filmed the last episode.
Looking all good.
Yes, we was looking good.
We didn't even take. Well, we took a face picture, but we didn't.
Yeah, we were supposed to take the selfie thing, but the kids
kept staying over there. Yeah.
And we was feeling.
I was trying to slide in, but every time I thought about sliding in, then
somebody come.
And I didn't want to take because they paid for it.
You should have just told me. We could have did it. We would have been like, oh, hold up. Okay. You see, the other teachers did. They got in there.
They did.
And then that one teacher, she did by all the different Charlie's Angel.
Charlie's Angel, yeah.
But we had a prom. It was a good time. The kids enjoyed themselves. I like wanting to see the kids enjoy themselves. They come up to you so you can see how handsome and cute everybody's looking, which they were. Amazing for them. And that was Saturday. And then this week, I was on just the nerve train trying to figure out, since I'm supposed to be reassigned, where am I going to be reassigned? Am I going to get lucky, roll the dice, and be reassigned as a PE teacher again? Or am I going to get, well, I ain't going to say lucky, but, just remain in my grace, my blessed situations, and just be to another school or what? Of course, another school, but, another grade level. I really wasn't expecting the results I got, which was the other grade level. Yeah. I definitely was not expecting middle school. I taught middle school for 7 years in one county, one in another, the current one that I'm in. And I was like, ooh, I'm done with middle school. That's what I thought.
Yeah. And
they told me yesterday I'm in a middle school. I'll be going to a middle school. It's not bad. It's not too far from me and stuff like that. But it's just you got to get your mind right for that middle school. You got to get your mind right for the hours. because it's like a 9 to 5 hour. Like,
Well, I did. I said to myself, like, before, I thought maybe that's where I would want to retire because, I'm not a morning person. It won't work with my schedule now, but that's what I thought about before.
Yeah. But I was like, hey, it's still, like I said, I'm not mad at all. It's just the knowing that change is happening. You know what I mean? And knowing I gotta start. I'm not gonna say all over because it's not like I don't know I don't know the material, but it's not like I don't know the job. The job is gonna be different, of course, because the structure of SPED is different in that grade level. But it's like I'm not a new teacher. Well, I am a new teacher at school. So every time I say something, it's like, well, yeah, right. But I'm definitely, like I said, I'm not mad at it. It's just, like I said, I'm gonna miss some of my kids, my babies. They ain't babies, but
Well, when you think about it, I mean, within a couple of years, they're gonna be gone.
Yeah, of course, but but it's like, even when they graduate, you miss them. You miss them. And so that part is probably just the toughest part. And also when some of my coworkers found out, to hear them say,
they're so sad you're leaving. Yeah, they look so disappointed.
Yeah, to hear them say it. So that's probably a hard part because you never know the impact you have on people.
Yeah.
I put most people say until you gone and dead, and then be like, oh, I didn't know they felt that way about me.
Yeah.
Laid up, but now I'm not laid up, but I can hear people saying, they're sad, and you can tell the ones that are really sad and I'm going. So, which is cool because I mean, I was an impact.
So now you get to go be an impact somewhere else.
Of course.
And I always feel like when things happen and we shift and we move, it's because there is a mission.
There's a need in the
for
mission.
you in another space.
It really is. And we how we are. We pray about it.
Yeah.
And we fit in anywhere.
Yeah. And where you're going.
Oh yeah. I already know there's a need. I know
he's needed.
And there's several kinds of needs too.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. There's several. Yeah. There's that need that I always say, if I'm gonna be the one, I'd rather it be me. You know what I mean?
That part.
Because then they be like, oh well,
clock it.
I can change. Yeah, there you go, that one. Because you saw Duran said, don't do this one.
I did. He told us the wrong one because this is sign language for
8.
So you ate.
Sign language for 8, so that means you ate it up. Yes.
Yeah. So all y'all uncool people.
Yeah. He said this.
I'm cool.
He said this part is nasty. So.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did say that part was nasty.
Did. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, but this part he said that's clocking.
That's clocking.
So, yeah, but I'm excited. Ready to get started. I really want to, I'm waiting on, the principal should have emailed me from the school, been like, hey, we heard you coming. Welcome.
Yeah. He
better email me for the first day of school.
Oh my God. Why don't you email him?
I'm gonna give him a little while though, because they supposed to.
Okay.
And then if he don't, then I'll be like, hey, coming over there, have my stuff ready. No, just have me ready. But that's about it for my week. Oh, and I dropped my motorcycle off today.
Well, they said it would be ready.
They didn't say because they got to look at it because.
Oh, okay.
One, I know I'm gonna need new tires because you're supposed to have new tires every 5 years.
Well, you only drove it 10 times.
I know.
So it might be fine.
No, you got to have new tires because tires can start separating.
Oh, okay.
The rubber can start drying. Remember those rollerblades?
Oh. What's those road rules rollerblades? Okay, he had his road rules rollerblades. Oh, that's a hard thing to say together. Road rules rollerblades.
Yeah.
He had those, and so I was. The kids wanted me to roller skate around the school as a reward for them. They wanted me to do that, and I was like, okay. So instead of going to buy, I was like, before I buy, I was going to just wear practicing his. Child went down that driveway and tried to roll. Them things just all split right on open. But I have roller skates, and now when I was a school counselor, when the kids would earn a reward or treat, I would roller skate through the school to their classroom to deliver their prizes, and they just loved it.
But we actually wound up ordering the roller skates.
Yeah, I got roller skates. So I got roller skates. I still have my roller skates. They're white with purple wheels.
You don't need to put them on now.
They're not rubber.
A whole body armor. You know, when we get old, we don't heal
Oh
the
yeah,
same.
we can't. Yeah, I caught myself trying to roller skate around somewhere,
I
being
know that's
laid
right.
out.
We'll heal the same.
But yeah, that's what I would do. The
Yep.
kids loved it.
So that's yeah, my motorcycle. I can't wait to get it ready because I'm ready to ride. Ready to ride. Yeah,
I'm ready to ride.
'Cause it felt good riding today to get it take it to the
Did
shop.
and it's such a nice day.
It
Yeah,
was real
wasn't
nice.
hot or just perfect weather
Yep.
outside.
So I can't wait to ride.
Aside of the pollen.
That's right. All right, so we're gonna jump right into it. Today we're having dinner. Money is going back to
Tomorrow.
school
He said
tomorrow.
he's leaving at 5 a.m.
Yeah, because he has to take our niece back, and I think she has to be back early for whatever reason.
That ain't what he told me.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just guessing. He didn't
Oh,
tell me.
no.
He just said he's leaving early.
Yeah, he's.
But it's we're gonna stop. And so yeah. But this is his last break before graduation.
Yep, last break before he's
Yeah.
a graduate.
A graduate of the Alabama State University. That's right, old Mother Dear.
Oh, y'all want to hear the funniest thing? So you know how Key says on here, what you say about Alabama State?
Yeah, State.
So when they did the Road Rules Challenge thing,
Oh,
the guy that does the challenge podcast,
yeah.
he wanted Key to say that so many times,
He
and he was
did.
like, "What is that, Kēfla, that you say? Yeah, about what do you say?"
Yeah.
It was so cringe.
Yeah, I had to say it a lot.
It
Yeah.
did. It was kind of
It's all good.
cringy, but they must like that.
They do. They do.
Anyways, I just had to say that.
Yes, you did.
I forgot to say that before.
It's all good. But anywho, I wore my Bama State basketball jersey yesterday
He did.
in honor of the HBCU teams making it to the
Oh,
NCAA
yeah.
tournament. Yeah, 'cause that was
for March Madness.
March Madness. Yeah, because Bama State made it year before last.
Yeah.
And that was the jersey.
What schools are now?
They're out now, but it was Howard's guys and girls.
Okay.
It was
I heard.
it Howard or Hampton? I think
Hampton.
it was Howard. It was Hampton or Howard. It was one of the H schools.
I heard
But it was their boys and girls.
Okay.
It was Prairie View's boys.
Wow.
It was Southern's girls.
Wow.
So 14. That was the most to ever make it to the actual tournament because they both won their play-in. Their play-in game said they were there, and then
Yeah.
what is it called, some little 4-day or whatever, where you play like the bottom seed teams
Yeah.
to get into the real bracket.
Yeah.
And so they all got into the real bracket.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was
that
wearing
means that
that.
there's some good talent that
is.
kids that are choosing
The
HBCUs.
That's right. And like I said, a lot of it, I was telling you, money comes because in college now you have so many kids with those extra eligibilities and transferring and all that stuff. So a lot of schools are not recruiting like they used to.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why would I get a high school talent when I got a kid that's already have 2 years
yeah.
playing that's wanting to look for another school?
Yeah.
So I can get him ready to play now.
Yeah.
As opposed to building up a high school talent.
Yeah.
So they're not recruiting high school talent as much unless you're just a LeBron James or
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant. So these kids, HBCUs is a place where they can actually play and
Yeah.
produce.
Yeah.
And then they're also getting the NIL money. So they're like, well, shoot, if I can go here and make some money and play, I better do it.
And be immersed in such an amazing culture.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. And a lot of them now, the reason why the teams are getting better is because they're staying there, is because they're realizing, oh, hoop is hoop or football is football.
Yeah.
Yes, it's size differences and equipment difference, all that kind of stuff based off of the finances. But
The
I'm
experience.
still doing what I'm playing and love to do. And the school experience is different.
Yeah.
It's bar none.
The connections.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah.
In a smaller environment, it's bar
Yeah.
none. So that's why you're seeing a lot more productivity out of these HBCUs.
Message from Richard Young.
And so, which is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to story. So this first story, this is crazy. First story right here. It's a man in Florida. What does Charlamagne say about Florida? He said all of the craziest people in the world come from Florida and the Bronx, something like that.
Yeah.
All of Florida
Yeah.
and the Bronx. So this man in Florida, all right, he was arrested. All right, he was arrested for driving with a suspended license.
Okay.
But of course, you don't know that, right? Unless you do something crazy. driving. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because you don't have your driver's license up like that driving. You don't know if he has a suspended license.
Okay.
But what he was doing was he was driving down the street in reverse because he couldn't get his car to shift in forward gear. So he was on his way to AutoZone
To try to fix it?
so they can get the parts that help fix it. So when they saw him, they caught him on camera and all that stuff, and police saw him and they pulled him over. And when they questioned him, they realized he had a suspended license and he had to go to jail. He was trying to make a way out of no way, but he didn't do it. Do you have any crazy driving stories or car stories? I remember you said one time about your car almost when y'all added something to it, and it was like, oh, you better get out of there because it's about to.
My very first car was a white Ford Tempo. I don't know. It had to be 1980 something. My parents, it was like I think it had to get work done to it first. And so it only had an AM radio, and it didn't have air. It was, when I tell y'all, I was just driving.
Hey, that's what your first car is supposed to be like that.
So I wanted, of course, to be able to listen to music.
Your Janet Jackson?
Yeah, and so my high school boyfriend was like, "Oh yeah, we can put your thing in." And so I bought a radio. They called themselves gonna put it in. They were like, "And you want some speakers so we could be bumping when we drive?" I was like, "Okay." So they got me speakers. They wired all that stuff up, and I was driving. And
now, how many days after? Was it same day or?
It might have been like day 2 or 3.
Okay.
And then I was like, "What's that smell?" So then I don't know. It might have been. I don't know if it was. One of my friends, she was like, "Well, I know such and such," and they say even, I don't know if he was a senior or a graduate. Anyways, he really knew how to put things in. Like people paid him to put things in, and so she's like, "Well, maybe we should just drive over there. I'll call him. We'll just drive over there, and we can see what he thinks." So we drove over there. And he was like, "Who did this?" And I was like, "Well, no." He was like, "You getting ready to blow this car up.
You getting ready to die.
Yeah, this car getting ready. You getting ready to blow this car up." So he was like, if I paid him a little bit of money, he would fix it put the wires the way it should be. And so he did. He put the wires and stuff the way that it should be. And so me and my little Ford Tempo was
bumping.
Bumping.
Well, you about to be a boom. You about to have one big boom, and that was it.
So yeah, one big boom. So, but I didn't keep that Ford Tempo long because it was just too much. In the summertime, when I went to summer school, that first day I came out of summer school in that car with no air conditioning, and I had leather pleather, whatever those seats were.
Yeah.
In Kansas summer, I was like, "Mama, it's just too much when I come out. It's so hot."
Yeah, because y'all didn't have no wind.
Yeah.
No breeze. Yeah,
and
no
so, so I ended up for the rest of the summer when I went to summer school, I would drop her off at work and keep her car and then be able to drive that to summer school so I can have air conditioning and everything. And after that, I was like, "Please, can I get another car?" She said, "If you want another car, then you're going to have to pay for it." I was like, "I will." So I literally paid for my own car since I was either 16, almost 17 years old. I've always paid my own car note. So
all right then, pay the own car note.
And another crazy car thing. One time I was on my way to church, and where we live, I'm going down Oliver, we're just a 2-lane, and it was a tractor that was driving in front of me. And I don't know, I just rush everywhere. But yes. So, but on that road, you can pass people if they're driving too slow.
Yeah.
So, of course, a tractor is driving too slow. And I don't think I saw a signal on that tractor. But all of a sudden, the tractor, when I think I'm going to go around it, decides it's going to turn. And so I had to go this way, and I went down in the ditch. Up out the ditch, back on the road.
Whew. That was tough. Y'all felt that?
Whoa. It was something. But I made it through. My car, nothing was wrong with my car. And I said to myself, thank the Lord I was going to church.
That was the Lord's.
That was the Lord's all the way. So, yeah, that was crazy. What about you?
One time, me and Mickey was coming from skating rink. I think we was coming from the skating rink in Fairhope, I think. Either Fairhope or Foley. And we was driving my car. It was a little blue station wagon. The one you couldn't let go of the wheel anyway. That's the one who turned left real hard. And so Mickey wasn't a good driver. I only think she had a driver's license then. Oh. She was learning to drive, but I would let her drive. You know, Foley is so small, you can drive. I was driving at 13 to the store by myself. I think maybe 12 or 13 to the store. And so she was driving, and I was driving first. And I would do like that. Woo, she'd be like, stop, cuz, stop. You know, swerving like that. And then I'll stop, you know, just playing with her. Then she said she wanted to drive. So I bet. So we was driving. Like we said, cut a block, go to Aaronville, go back, you know, Beulah Heights and stuff. And so she's tried to do it, but she didn't know. I said, Mika, stop. You don't know how to do it. She said, nah, yeah, how I feel. Are you scared now? And then all of a sudden she started screaming, like real. I said, what? I can't control it. And so we just started like going side to side. We was coming down the road where Muddy's house, right where the park is, where the baseball field. And all of a sudden, boom, right into the ditch. And I said, oh my God, what we gonna do? And I'm talking right in the ditch in front of Muddy's house.
Oh no.
She was so scared. She was crying. And I was just trying to figure out, oh my God, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And I looked at the car. It wasn't jacked up at all. Think of, you know, cars back then were so tough. And so we was, like I said, we was right in Muddy's driveway, where the little culvert, we ran into that part. And so I walked up to Muddy. I said, Muddy, knocked on the door. It was late. And she said, what wrong? I said, Muddy, somebody ran us off the road. We need to call Dad to come get us. And he said, what? I said, yeah, they was swerving in the road like that. And so we stopped and we was like, well, we just keep going. And all of a sudden they just came and like almost like they were playing chicken with us, and we ran off the road. He said, y'all did?
She knew you was lying too.
Yeah, she probably did, but that's the lie we stuck with forever.
Oh my God.
And well, that happened with us, and then just other little accidents, you know, that I've been in. But that was probably the craziest, I would say, story. But I know, okay, me and my ex and her cousin, when I was living in Dallas, we were coming from a club. And we were on whatever that road is that goes right before the international, Dallas International Center or whatever it is. And so,
I know you're talking about,
but it was dark, right? And so it was you know how they have those cars being towed? It was a diesel.
Oh, so it looks like they coming.
It looks like they was coming. And so I said, hey, watch this. I said, we're going to scream real loud. We're going to get up to this car. We're going to scream real loud. And I'm going to honk the horn and stuff. And so we did that, and we got right. We was like, ah! And she saw this. Oh my God! So it's like really like people do on videos and stuff. She was going bananas. We were laughing so hard. She was so pissed at us. She didn't talk to us like the rest of the night, and then half of the day the next day.
She was really mad.
Like, cause she was scared. Like her eyes, her face, everything. But we was laughing so hard, and it didn't make it no better.
Oh no.
Oh man, it was crazy. So
now, one time for our in college, we all kind of caravanned to KU.
I remember.
Yeah, I think it was K-State.
You
so
because
the Deltas were having a party there, and so we were like, well, let's go, because so somebody invited us, and so it was me and my line sister. So we all kind of caravanned and we're driving up there, and then as we're driving, all of a sudden, Karima hit a raccoon. And however she hit it and how hard she hit it, her radiator was gone. So we all pulled over, and we were like in the middle of really nowhere getting there. And so so we were like, she's like, she got to call a tow truck, but it was like, tow truck gonna take this long to get to her, and this and that. And then all of our lives, this was like, what we gonna do? Because we gonna miss the party. And She was so mad.
Because they weren't worried about the raccoon.
Weren't worried about the raccoon in her car,
They
leaving her car on the side of the road.
They ready to stroll, baby.
They ready to stroll, honey.
Off set it off.
And so we.
Set it off. I suggest, yeah.
Let me tell you what. Let me tell y'all. Creamer's little Honda Accord. I think that's what she had.
She love a little Honda, don't she?
Yes, she does. Honey, that thing was left on the side of the road.
Did y'all ever get it? Like ever in life?
She did get it the next day.
Oh.
Because
but y'all still went to the party?
Everybody that was in
blood on them and everything.
Everybody that was in Karima's car, we got into the other two cars, rode, and still went to the party. And when we got there to the party, and I would say good enough for our little raggedy selves, because I felt like we should have just kind of like stayed with her to do her thing, but we were, well. Anyways, and she was in her feelings all night, so she didn't have a good time. But then when we got there, we were not greeted warmly. Because once we got there, and somebody supposedly had invited us, but then once we got there, they were, I don't know, they did not like us being there.
But you know, sometimes fraternities and sororities that come from out of town are not greeted well because the others that they're normally close with now say, "Ooh, who are they?" And attention goes to them, and so they treat you a certain kind of way. Yeah, I've been in that experience.
Yeah, and it was
I've
like
been in that with the brothers. We're like, dang, you
yeah,
supposed to be frat.
Yeah, that's how we thought we were gonna go. And be like, hey, girl,
Certain schools. Some schools is love all the way around.
It was not that, and so I said, well, good enough for our little selves, but yeah, it wasn't even a good trip. But yeah, she hit that raccoon, and they were like, we still going to this party.
That dang Kareem over there hitting raccoons.
So that was that. Yeah, that was in college, but that was interesting driving thing.
All right. Well, and I got a perfect meme for that too.
Oh, do you?
You probably know it, but it's gonna work perfect. Watch.
Yeah, Ricky was with us way back then.
Ricky the raccoon, baby. All right. So speaking of driving.
Yes.
You know how everything is crazy in the airports, right?
Yeah.
Like bananas. Like it was I think I sent the video to you today. The guy said he got there 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock in
the morning, PM?
Yeah, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And he didn't make it through until like 9:50, almost 10 o'clock through TSA. Okay. Said he had no check bags, just had to go through security.
Okay.
And he said, but he had to start at baggage claim. He entered into the north terminal.
Yeah.
And then he had to go to baggage claim 7 and work his way all the way through 1 just to get to the line that goes into the actual line for security.
Yeah.
So he said it's just that crazy. So there was this story about these young ladies coming from Orlando. One of the ladies, she was a beautician.
Yeah.
And she was like, I got to make it back to my clients. So her flight was canceled.
Yeah.
All the rental cars were booked because all the people from Orlando, you know, a lot of people fly in Atlanta and they couldn't get because, you know, and everything was canceled, all these little small airports they were flying into. Yeah. Or they were canceling flights, couldn't, you know, and rebooking them, but people was like, I gotta go. So all the rental cars were gone. So the young ladies was like, they looked at each other and said, let's get a U-Haul. And the girl said, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. So the only U-Haul, you know, sometimes they have U-Haul trucks and vans. They only had the U-Haul, actual big cargo U-Haul. Yeah. So they took a U-Haul.
Ooh, that was a lot of gas.
Yeah. She said it cost them about $600 to get there. Okay. About 6.5 hours from there to Atlanta. Okay. They were flying because it's an 8-hour drive.
Yeah. They were flying in that U-Haul.
Yeah. Because I mean...
7 hours.
I say, 7 hours. But when you stop though, like when I drove with the kids, baseball kids, I'm fine.
Because they had to stop for gas and stuff.
Right, and you got that big old U-Haul.
Yeah.
And she said, I never drove a U-Haul before. I was surprised how well it did. She said it shook a little bit. It was my first time, but we did well. She said, but she had, you know, these promises that she made to her clients, and she wasn't gonna, you know, let them down. Yeah. And so it was two little black girls, you know, beautiful little black queens. And they got back to Atlanta, driving their U-Haul, and the people in the comment of course, there was, a lot of racist comments.
Oh.
There was, I'm like stupid stuff. Man, we ain't gonna mention. But then there was a lot of positivity saying those young queens were thinking on their feet.
Yeah.
And then some people, even with that, had pictures of other race, and they would say, "Man, that's what you call not complaining about a situation, but finding a solution for it."
Yeah.
But that was cool. I thought that was a great story.
I love that.
Yeah.
They probably could have got the gas paid for it, told some people you can get in the back.
That's what other people said. It's like, yeah, y'all could have gave them a ride.
Yeah. Just say I pick up about 4 or 5
But then they
people.
would have got pulled over. Then they would have been like, you trafficking.
Yeah, who you trafficking? That would have been a whole other thing. They would have been like, we're not trafficking, we're just. Yeah.
And it was not safe, no seatbelts. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the other driving story. All right, so we are known as.
What are we known as?
We're known as one of the couples that people, couple goals, I guess you should say. Couple goals, couple aspirations, inspirations. I know my students themselves, they love to see us together. They love to see pictures of us because they're like, oh, that's how I'm going to be like them. I said, okay, great, thank you. And so, and I take pride in that. And that's one of the reasons why we're here on the Refreshingly Normal podcast. Is to offer you advice, offer you just views, just so you can see how a couple can survive in their common space. It's not all perfect.
Nope.
But we still get a plus.
Yes, you work at it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so...
Oh, I want to say... Okay, go ahead.
Oh. Well, should I? Because I'm getting ready to enter into the segment. But if you want to say something,
enter.
Okay, so we're getting ready to, and this may go on for maybe 2 or 3. We're going to tap on to another little section. We still have our great sections, but this one is about relationships, dating, marriage, whatever it is, and we're going to ask a few questions. That, what does it say? It said that the other person should know.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you don't know this, don't feel bad and don't break up with them. Just know that there's some communicating that needs to go on. And all this stuff it's just like relationships are just like parenting. There's no true book that gives you the exact way to do it, because anytime you're dealing with human beings, there's always a variable that can be thrown in. You know what I'm saying? But, we're going to see some of these questions and see how well they actually work.
Yeah. So what we're calling this segment is...
You sure we're going to call it this segment before
Maybe. Y'all, tell us what y'all think.
Give them some selections. Because when we ask them a question about age, what age we think they should be...
We got some responses.
We got a lot of feedback. So
we'll
put this in a comment. Well, you put your responses in the comment.
Which one should we call it?
Yes.
Okay. So one, we try to do something like with an acronym. So it means something more than what it says. So one is KISS Corner. KISS meaning keeping intimacy strong and simple. The other
that one
is Bay Brief.
Who?
Bay. Like you my bae.
Oh, I thought you said Bay Breeze.
Bae, like
that's
my
the
bae.
seafood place there.
Bae
that
Brief.
my brother like.
Brief. Okay, let's not do that one. All right. So moving on, child. Moving on.
You can try it. You thought about it. Go ahead, give me the
Pillow Talk.
What's the acronym?
The acronym for BAE is building effective. I don't like it. All right, Pillow Talk.
Pillow Talk. What Pillow Talk sound like?
Practical. It does. Let's say I've been a worker bee, and so as soon as my head hit that pillow,
it's gone.
I'm gone. So fast. I've been having the best sleep of my life.
You sure do. And look, hey, I be over there. Say, oh, okay, she over there with a little slick leg on me. Next time I feel that leg, do that right there. I say, oh, it's time to go to bed. Ain't nothing happening tonight.
Listen, you're distracting them.
Yeah, they be all right. They understand.
The next one is Pillow Talk. Practical insights for lasting love and open wisdom.
Okay, practical insights for lasting love and open wisdom. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then there are 2 more. Chat.
Okay.
Couples, honesty, and talk.
Couples,
honesty, and talk.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mm-hmm. And then the last one is... Oh, wait, 2 more.
Okay, go ahead.
Hugs. helping you grow stronger.
Mm.
And then the last one, love.
Or they change that you. Helping you because hugs.
Oh,
It
that's
should be
not
helping
you.
us grow stronger.
Helping us grow stronger, maybe.
There you go.
And then
Hugs.
the last one is Love Lab. Lessons on valuing each other every day.
Love lab.
Love Lab. My what my thing, I like
Lessons
Kids
on
Corner.
valuing each other every day.
I like Kids Corner and Love Lab.
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah. So
And what was hugs?
helping
Us grow.
us grow stronger.
That's pretty dope too.
Yeah. So anyways, tell us what you think. So
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
How they do? Put it in the comment. Drop it in the comment. Chat. Drop it in the comments.
okay. So so we like we said, the questions are things that you should be able to answer about your partner. The one thing I was going to say is recently I was watching Michelle Obama's IMO podcast when she had Sterling and his wife on. What's his wife's name? Because I hate saying somebody and their wife. He calls her something else, a nickname. Ryan. Her name is Ryan.
Yeah.
So Sterling and Ryan were on.
Ryan, Michelle.
Yeah. So they were on, and then so they were talking about marriage, and I've heard Michelle Obama say this before, where she's like, you could have 10 bad years, but it's okay because like 10% of a whole marriage is not a big deal. And I was like, 10%? Did that mean y'all married for 100 years?
Because 10 bad years.
That's a long time.
Just having one bad year.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah. So
A year is a long time.
I understand what she's saying.
Yeah,
like
me
you
too.
are gonna have ups and downs.
Like it wasn't our
and-
best year.
Yeah, it wasn't your best
Yeah.
year or something like that. I totally get that piece. But what I would love, and maybe she just feels like it's an assumption. Like what classifies as bad to work through? Because I think.
What do you mean bad to work through? Like,
Yeah. Like when she's saying bad years, what does she mean by bad years? What does those bad years look like?
But that's different for everybody.
Tolerance levels?
Yeah,
okay.
because a bad year for some people may mean that their finances were not as, they didn't,
It's a lot of things. It could be
Yeah,
tons of things.
exactly.
But I guess when she said 10 she was saying 10 years, and maybe the 10 years, maybe she doesn't mean consecutively.
Yeah.
So if you're married.
No, because you're 10 years consecutively,
Yeah.
you can't, who can handle that?
Who can handle that? So maybe it's depending on but I just think if it's 10 years, then that should be at least 30 years of marriage. Because that's
a lot
not
out of your
10%.
marriage.
Because
No.
10%, if 10 years, 10%, that's you married 100 years.
If you married 30 years, that's a third of your marriage.
Yes.
And you like, man, this has been crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too literally about the number she said.
Yeah, I think you are.
But there are people who do think black and white, who do think
Of
literally like that.
Of course.
So I don't know when it comes to that and people's I don't know. Just I would not say that the 10%. I would just say that there are, you're going to have some tough years. The goal is, of course, to have more good years than your bad years, so that there's a balance of that, and it feels like, you had a difficult year, y'all figured out what each other needs, and so the next 5-7 years were amazing because you figured out what each other needs, and then you got another little hiccup, but then so something kind of more to as an understanding for people.
I think even going into it, you know how we talk about people with people who are depressed and people who get anxious. We tell them to reframe their thoughts.
Yeah.
So even with marriage, I think we need to reframe the word. So don't call it bad years. Just say it may have been trouble, some years of trouble,
Years
some
of growth.
tough time. We had last year was a tough year. Not last year was a bad year.
Yeah.
Because if you say last year was a bad year, in let's say a business, last year was a bad year. They think you was in the red.
Yeah.
Like you didn't make any growth. But see, last year was a tough year. It means that it could have started off tough, but ended up great.
Yeah.
And so I think if we change the verbiage in which we use, when we're talking about tough times in marriage, I think that would also help us to reframe to know that, okay, how can we grow out of this? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times it's stuff that means bad. There's bad and there's good.
Yeah,
but it's tough. Tough means like I can win a game.
Yeah,
but it could have been a tough game for me.
Yeah, but you still won.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. And then I saw this on Instagram today. It was saying a healthy relationship is two people saying, "I'll improve me for us." And I think like that.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I live by that.
And I think sometimes the challenge comes or the trouble comes from not doing that.
Yeah.
And because people, feel like winning.
That's why I was saying that, because earlier episodes I've always said it's not about being right.
It's really,
you know what I mean? It's about working through it, being happy. What does happiness look like? Because happiness may look like me doing a little extra something, or me giving up something in return, something like that, in order for us both to find common ground. Now, you have to make sure this comes from your partner selection too. When you're making these compromises, do you have a partner that is not taking advantage of you compromising? Because there are some people who they know that you're doing the best you can. They know the good in you. So they're not going to ask you to do anything that is impossible for you, or that is an impossible tell you, like, this is what's going to make me happy. If you make $2 million, you're like, you know what I do. You know what I mean? But if they know, it's like, okay, this is what's going to make me happy. If we just make sure we live within our means, if we just make sure that we spend time with each other. And
I think also with that, when you say compromise, if you find that you're the only one compromising, then that's a problem.
It is,
because it should come on. There should be compromise on both sides,
and that comes from your who do you choose?
Yeah. Yep.
Am I choosing somebody that is always about them? That means there's no compromising that's ever going to occur.
But to me, you pay attention to that while you're dating.
You have to.
And then knowing that if they aren't compromising then, they are not going to compromise later.
Yeah.
So, anywho, I just love that you sometimes compromise and you improve or do things differently for the other, and then vice versa. And then the idea, it's kind of like when... not gratitude, generosity. So like when you do something, oftentimes when we do something for somebody else, it really is to make the other person feel good. But when you see how you made them feel, it just automatically makes you feel good.
It should.
And that's the idea, is that when I kind of change and shift for you, and I see that made you happy, then I can feel good about what I did for either my marriage or what I did for that person.
What would you say for a person that's doing those deeds selfishly so that they can receive the accolades?
That makes me think of something. That. Well, for what? Well, that's not why you do it, for the accolades.
Of course, yeah. But I'm saying,
but
we know, like we were saying earlier, there are some people.
Yeah, they do that. But two, at some point, the person's gonna stop giving you the accolades. Because to me, what I find, people like that often do things for accolades or to be able to rub it in your face later. They oftentimes don't want to praise people themselves.
Yeah.
They just want it all for them. They don't want to say thank you, I appreciate you, or I appreciate you doing that. They don't want to do it, but they certainly want people to do it to them. But the idea of you doing it just for praise, so that means that is not intrinsically in you, right? Because you're doing it for a reward.
Yeah.
And I think what people want in a marriage or relationship is that people want to do things for the other because they just want to.
You want to see them feel
They
good.
want to see them
happy
feel
and stuff.
good
Yeah.
and see them happy, and that was the goal. The goal wasn't for you to tell me, "Oh, you did a good job on the gift," or "You did a good job." But the idea is that you're doing it intrinsically because you want to do something good for the other person.
Yeah, I saw something this week saying some of the best relationships are made out of two people who are servers. So because
I saw that.
they're both want to make sure the other one is happy. Mm-hmm. You know, but when you got two people who are
Takers?
yeah, or with not necessarily the leaders, like with the king and conquered all mindset, then they're not doing anything for the next. They're taking everything that they can from everybody else. They're only looking for a person that can serve them, not how they can serve someone else.
Someone else, yep.
You know, but when you got two people who are servers, they say that's a lot of times that's the best relationship because they're always doing things to make sure the other one feels good.
Yep.
So, all right, let's hit these questions.
Okay. All right. So we're going to definitely choose two.
Okay.
Because we got on a tangent on the other thing. All right. Okay. What helps you feel most loved or valued?
Okay, so
You're gonna guess for me.
I know. I
Okay.
think what helps you feel most loved or valued, one is acts of service, and it's the acts of service without being told. Things that make you feel most valued, of course.
Most loved
I
or
think you
valued?
said loved.
Loved or valued?
Well, okay, like say acts of service.
Okay.
Taking things off your plate, so that you could pretty much like, I'm not gonna say do nothing, but really don't have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's deciding small things, deciding for dinner, deciding where to go, deciding what show to watch, what movie we're gonna watch, you know, things like that. And then I think the love is not one thing; it's an accumulation of things, like how you're spoken to, how you are received when speaking. You know, if you're saying something and you're attentive, find it engaging, you know, that's important. You probably thought I didn't love you this morning. I fell asleep on you.
Child, let me tell y'all this story.
No, we don't have time. All right, and so, but I think those are the things. Yeah, the acts of service, and then showing you attention as well as giving you. I don't like to say when giving you compliments, but believing the compliments that are given.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Because people can give you a compliment, and it can come from somebody you don't really like, and it don't mean nothing to you.
Yeah, that's right.
But believing that, you know, the compliments that are being given, I think that is also a sign of love.
Okay. So I think for you, what helps you feel most loved are touch. And you can tell me if I'm wrong, but you were all the way right with me. So now I feel kind of pressure. So I know he likes to feel like you're attracted to and touch and just that kind of thing. And then you also like to hear things about looking like something you may have on or looking. I feel like you do like that because I feel like you mentioned maybe I didn't do that enough, or I didn't.
I said that?
Yeah. Like you were saying something about it was a comment that you made. I was like, oh, hold up.
I probably didn't mean it.
Okay. Why? Because that's not a thing?
It's not that important. Like, you don't have to say it.
Well, maybe you were being
facetious.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, well, maybe I should.
Because you don't have to say it. One, because I know I'm putting that thing on. But two, I know like Like it just, to me, like I said, the touch part, your touch speaks many languages or it says many things.
Okay.
Your touch could mean.
Well, you didn't let me finish.
Okay, well, I was just saying. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So I think the touch thing, like you like that. Then you also like to feel appreciated, like for the things that you do. Not because you want a reward, or I'm not saying like how we were just talking about, but just the acknowledgement of appreciation of things. I feel like that part you do. And then in regards to being, I think that comes with the value too. And then love, I think you like, I feel like love for you comes through some, like me doing specific things for you that somebody else in a relationship would say is like extra. Like, oh, I went here, so I got you this. Or, just certain things that you're like, oh, well, she thought about that. Or I went to the store, I went to American Eagle and they had some stuff on sale, so I got you a few shirts. Like, just knowing that you're thought about in other spaces and things like that throughout the day. I feel like that. And then, yeah, that's what I think. And that also, I think, aligns with feeling valued in your marriage. Did I get it right? Is there something I'm missing? Tell me if I'm missing something that you like, that you need.
The clothes thing, like telling me about that. And that's why I say the touch comes into play, because your touch can say, I need security. You know, if we're somewhere, the closeness, your touch can say, I need comfort just for a rough day, or I need to sleep better. Your touch can say, I'm happy. Your touch can say, oh, I'm excited. You know, all those different little touches, I'm able to decipher which one is which, are things that, that's a love thing to me. The value comes in the gifting. And you know, when you do things for me, because it's like, I appreciate my man for doing stuff for me, I'm gonna get this for him. So it's almost like flip-flop. And then another thing that you failed to mention was that you do often is you will speak of me in spaces that I'm not in, or you will want me to speak of myself when we are together in spaces that we are in, thinking that somebody needs to know this. So it's like the pedestal thing or the trophy thing. Like, speak about this because you're proud of it. And I know you know that I am, but it's like you should be proud of it to share it, because I love this about what happened with us, with you.
I was going to say, like, I feel like the encouragement piece, like sometimes just like a reminder of that. So, and even when sometimes you may be something that's down, I feel like the encouraging, motivating words, just to remind you of who you are and how amazing you are. Yeah, those things.
Yep, we there.
Okay.
We there.
One down, one to go. All right. Let's do this one.
Okay.
What fears? Oh no. How do you prefer to receive comfort when you're overwhelmed?
Comfort when I'm overwhelmed.
So, what do I like? You're supposed to answer.
I mean, when you're overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Sorry. Comfort when you're overwhelmed is first thing, you need an ear. You definitely need an ear to talk about it, and just an ear, not a solution. You just need somebody to talk about it.
Because you used to give me solutions.
And I had to learn, because that's just who I am. I'm a fixer. But then I had to learn that now to say, okay, do you want me to fix this or you want me to listen?
And sometimes, depending on the day, depending on what his solution was, because sometimes it'd be like, If he's feeling level-headed, the solution is level-headed. But if it's a day that he had enough wherever he was, he'll say something crazy. I'm like, child, I can't do that.
But you can fix it that way. You can actually fix it that way.
Okay.
But yes, so that's one way is, like I said, you need an ear when you've had troubled times. And then the other way is a guilty pleasure. Mm-hmm. It's always dessert and chocolate.
Always.
You know what I mean? Well, not dessert and chocolate, but dessert and wine, I should say. Mm-hmm. But it's like you want peace, but not isolation. Mm-hmm. You know, I think that's when you're overwhelmed. Sometimes you want peace, but not isolation. Like, you don't want nobody to just leave you.
No, give me the choice.
Yes, you would rather be like, if you're overwhelmed and we're in the room, you want a good, clean, organized space in an overwhelmed. You know, when your mind is overwhelmed, so you can just sit and just. Mm-hmm. And then when you're ready to come out of it, you'll come out of it. Mm-hmm. But you want somebody to be right there, because when you're ready to come out of it, you're ready to talk about it, and you don't want to look for it. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what it is.
Yeah. I will say
I could be right, but I think I'm right.
Yeah, you're right. And sometimes I just like the choice, because sometimes if you're like if you say, hey, I'm going here, you want to come? And on some of those days I may say, no, I don't want to come, because I just want to just have a moment. But I think for you, sometimes I don't know when you're overwhelmed.
That's the
and so
the male part of it.
But you have in the last few years or so been more open about feeling overwhelmed,
because the overwhelm has overflowed.
Yes.
And that's not healthy.
But I would say before, I really had no idea that you were overwhelmed. But now I do. But I do only know, these are the ways that I know. Either you'll say, it's just a lot. I pay attention to how you breathe, how the breaths sound, the size. And then also if you are being very short, and I know that something is, that you're maybe feeling overwhelmed, or just also if your responses to things, like if we're talking about something, if it's like you're being a bit irrational. Mm-hmm. And then when I'm like, oh, I know you're overwhelmed, because that is not normally how you would respond to it. So in regards to comforting you there in that space, like a perfect example of like the feeling when you're overwhelmed was when you had to switch from PE to SPED. Mm-hmm. And that 3 months, it was nothing I could say. I would try, like normally I like to be encouraging and be like, try to help him see the silver lining. And I mean, all my little silver lining just got shut down.
Yeah, it was like you told me one time, you said, look, I don't want to be in, you said something, it was like, pretty much what it was saying was like,
I just want to sit in it.
Yeah, let me sit in this space that I'm in right now. Yeah. Let me have my ideas about who I want to have my idea. Let me shoot down with my evil eyes who I want to shoot down. And that's what I felt like. Yeah. It's like, I've been positive for so long. Yes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let me now cuss and fuss.
So he didn't say that. Like, I will just say, listen, I don't need your positivity today. He didn't say that to me, but his shooting everything down, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to let him sit in it, because I think that's what he wants to do. And so I didn't say anything. I just let you sit in it and gradually, work how you needed to work through it. Other times, if I know you're feeling overwhelmed, then I'll do certain things like making sure, like, oh, let me just make sure dinner is covered for the day, or get the groceries, or do some of the things, because we shared like things. So then I'm like, let me lighten his day so he can just come home And we do that for each other. So if he knows I'm overwhelmed, I come home, he done got my favorite wine, and then vice versa. I'm like, let me come, and he comes, and dinner's ready. I've already decided and done those things if it's like an overwhelming day. And then, of course, I know when things are overwhelming, just a little loving helps.
That helps for anything.
I know it helps for anything, but
anything.
that sort of thing. And then I just try to be a little bit more touchy or give you a hug or something like that, just to kind of bring a little bit of comfort. I feel like that's what that's what I do, but I don't know if that's what you need.
Yeah, you always need those.
Okay.
Always, and that's one thing people got to understand about. Well, I'm not answering for all men, but men need reassuring. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even though your feet are cold, if we don't feel them at night in the bed, it's like, we got to at least feel them. And then you can take them off, or we'll kick them off.
I don't need your cold feet.
We just, you know what I'm saying, men, okay. It's that one thing. It's like when babies are, when they're asleep, and then you see they reach for something, like they just reach to touch you, and then when they touch you, then that's it. They'll touch you, and they'll calm down. You'll instantly see them calm, and then you'll see their hand go right back into their sleeping position. That's what it is. It's like that. It's the comfort to know that the one thing that remains the same is still with me.
Yeah.
Even when the world is going crazy, hell in a handbasket, the one thing that I can count on to remain the same is still right there next to me. And when I feel that touch, it instantly triggers the brain and it triggers the heart to let you know that, okay. Yeah. It's, this is my bigger than what's outside to worry about. Yeah. And so that's the reason why touch is important.
All right. So those are the two questions that you should be able to answer in regards to your spouse. And if you don't know,
not necessarily a spouse, but
a partner,
somebody that you've been with for a minute, man, because you can't know this stuff right off the rip. No. But so you should know something about it. Yeah. Yeah, knowing what helps them feel loved or valued, and then knowing how they prefer to receive comfort when they are overwhelmed. Like, those are important things, and if you can't name it, then doesn't mean, all is lost. That means, hey, let's talk about it. I was just about to say, what do you need? Like, what makes you feel loved or valued? Even like with some of my clients, they maybe say they don't feel like love from their partner, but then it's kind of like, well, what does love feel like to you? What does it feel like? And some people don't have the answer to it for themselves. And if you can't answer it for yourself, how would you expect somebody else to know that if you don't know it? I think people do know.
Yeah, but what?
But the answer, they don't feel the answer is appealing or appeasing to the person they're talking to.
Well, then that's kind of a problem.
I mean, it is, but it's still the thing where it's like, it's saying like, you don't know what you want to eat, but every time somebody give you a suggestion, you say no. Yeah. So you kind of know. Yeah. But you don't want to really say, because you're like,
well, you know what you don't want. I think that's just kind of how, when we think about our brains, we tend to go to the dislike negative. And so it's like really the reframing and changing of your brain to go to the more of that comfort, positive place. And so that's how you do that.
But and I've said this in my students, everything that you know that it's not means that you know what it is. Yeah. Because it's process of elimination. If I know the correct answer is not A, and I know it's not B, and I only have C left, and C is, it is C. It's the same thing. So if I say, I know love is not yelling, I know love is not being selfish, I know love is not being, so we're getting rid of all these things, and so eventually you're going to only be left with a small selection of things that that's what love is.
So maybe the no, when they don't know, it's because perhaps they have not been in relationships where they've experienced it, so they aren't quite sure.
Yeah, they can't answer it as fast. No. You still know what it is.
Yeah, you still know, because you can maybe say, but it wouldn't be a certain thing. So maybe that is the problem. Maybe perhaps they haven't felt some of that love, but they've seen it in this relationship, and so it'd be more of a that's what I need to feel loved.
And that's
I
what
think that's what
they're afraid, that if I point out an unsure answer, that you're going to be, are you sure? And now it's more doubt in their mind.
Well,
and so like you say, if they say, well, my aunt is like this. Okay, explain that. Okay, that's how do you feel when you see that? I feel good about it. Well, we're closer to your answer.
Yeah. So, and I guess the thing about it, when your partner or spouse does do something that makes you feel loved, that you make sure to tell them. I liked that.
Yeah.
I liked when you did that for me. And so that way they know, do more of that.
That's right.
So,
and if you see the opposite,
then say that too. I didn't like that.
Yeah, because I'm saying, like, let's say if you're dating, and we know narcissistic and manipulative people. If you tell them what it is that they did that really made you feel secure, and they stop doing it, that's a flag you got to pay attention to, because it's like, I honestly told them what it was. Now they're doing the exact opposite to.
Yeah, that is a
flag. But you will see that in a relationship sometimes. People are that kind of way.
Yeah.
So it's great to communicate, because now you put it out there.
Yeah.
And also you put it out there for yourself to make sure you notice it again. And if you don't notice it again, then okay, well, this may not be what I need.
Yeah.
And you can't compromise yourself in that situation. Some people say, well, I just need to be with somebody. You gotta understand that there is something out there that's better for you.
Yeah, because the more that you just say, I want to be with somebody, you keep just being with somebody just to be with somebody, you are really messing up your idea of relationships. It's like you're like taking all these steps backwards. And then and it keeps you from identifying the perfect or ideal person for you. It clouds your vision, because now you come with all this baggage. And then you maybe once would have been attractive to that specific person that's your ideal person, but when they see you with all those bags and you just don't look the way that you should. So don't waste don't waste your time just because you feel like you need a man. Like wait and figure out,
develop yourself into the perfect person that you can be.
So that you'll attract that ideal person for you.
Because somebody else is out there, somebody else is doing the same exact thing.
Yeah.
I know that's what I said. I said, you know what? Lord, just make me the perfect person, so when the time is right, them jokers know they got the best thing popping. And that's what happened. The best thing popping in Texas at the time.
Oh, let's do the side eye, because
believe it, sister.
I know,
it's real quick.
Is it real quick?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So it was this lady went out on a date with this man. Believe it, sister. She went out on a date with this man. After she went out on a date, she was like, no, this ain't me.
Okay.
So the man was stalking her. She had met him online.
Okay.
And the man started stalking her. And she was like, look, man, this ain't gonna work. The man kept stalking her. He knew where she lived and everything. And so when she would never reply back, the man was like, I'm gonna get her back. So what he did was he stole her dog. Her dog was he only had 3 legs.
Oh.
Stole her little 3-legged dog. So she had an extra soft spot, because he was handicapped.
Yeah.
And he stole the dog, and nobody knew where the dog went. He just came up missing, and then she told the police that the man had been stalking her, and then they finally actually found the dog. And so, yeah.
See why you need to be careful who you dating? They'll steal your dog.
Steal your little 3-legged puppy.
Yeah, the last thing you want is a stalker who gonna steal your dog.
Steal your dog. Oh,
Don't
3-legged.
do not do that.
Oh, Leanie the weenie dog.
Leanie the weenie only got 3 legs, and he done stole them.
He stole them.
That is terrible.
If it was a boy dog, if it was his back leg, that was a cool dog, because he never had to hike his leg or the pee.
No, he sure
He just
did.
stand right there and go, because it never hit nothing.
No, never would.
Isn't that something?
That is something.
Oh, 3 legs.
Oh, trifling. Well, listen, believe it, sisters.
Believe it, sister.
Don't just be dating anybody.
They'll steal your 3-legged dog.
They sure will.
That's right. Unless you're dating a 3-legged dog. Y'all know what I'm talking about when they say that man got a third leg.
Some of them.
Just because that third leg there.
That's what get them. That's what mess them up.
Don't be pointing at me. They might think you talking to me.
I mean, that's what messed them up.
Yeah, that third leg getter.
That third leg getter.
Yeah, I know. They had y'all going crazy.
Mm-hmm. You dealing with foolishness.
Yep.
Just
You thought about that third leg, little baby arm. Now you over there.
The third leg came with 5 bags.
Yep, 5 bags.
Shame.
And chillings. All right, side eye of the week. What's your side eye of the week?
My side eye of the week is, I remember I told you I went to lunch with the boys. We went to Fluffy Fluffy because I wanted them to try the Fluffy Fluffy pancakes.
Yep.
So of course, as I have a certain time for lunch, and they was running behind, and the Fluffy Fluffy cakes take about 25. They say give them at least 25 minutes, up to 25 minutes to make them. And so I told them, I said, well, listen, I'm just gonna go ahead and order my food, because then if I got to head out, y'all two will be together. You can do whatever. So I went ahead and ordered mine. And when we went the first time, it took about 20 minutes before we got our Fluffy Fluffy cakes. And so next thing I know, I sit down and I'm talking about 3 minutes. She's like, oh, here you go. I go, well, that was fast. She says, I guess we just knew that you were going to have this. And so then I looked at them. I said, well, wait a minute. These don't look so fluffy. They look kind of fluff. And so anyways, I just did, and nobody else had them. And so I couldn't kind of compare like what mine, I'm trying to remember. So anyways, I go and I just eat mine, and the boys are coming. I was still eating mine. And so as we were sitting there, when I was eating them, I go, man, these don't taste like, I mean, literally they like fluffy, they melt in your mouth. These don't really taste. So then this other little lady came in, I saw hers. I go, oh, no, mine didn't look like that. And so I told the boys, I said, I'm saying something. They're like, Ma, you ate them. Why are you going to say something? I go, I'm going to say something. I'm going to be kind, but I'm going to say something. What? You should not say anything. So then here comes Kari's or Kimani, their fluffy cakes. And I was thankful that theirs were fluffy because this was their first time coming. I really wanted them to, have a great experience. So I was like, I'm really going to say something. And Kimani was like, well, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm not going to be here. Well, no. And I was like, they're going to do something to our food. I go, listen, you have your food. They can't do anything to your food. It's going to be fine. So Kimani was like having a fit. So Kari goes, okay, well, at least here's what you should say. So he was trying to tell me what to say. Anyways. So I was like, okay, all right. I know what to say. So they're like, and Kimani's like, please don't say anything. So then all of a sudden, the owner goes and he's going to different tables asking how was the things. I said, Kimani, see with the Lord, it is really meant for me to say something, because I said, if the owner comes to the table, I'm going to say something. So the owner went to that table. Then he went to this table. And then he started. So Kimani's like, I'm going to the bathroom. So Kimani left and went to the bathroom. And the owner came. He goes, hey, how was everything? Carl goes, oh, mine really good. I said, well, mine were good. However, they were not fluffy. And I said, so I told him how mine came. I said, dude, I feel like mine were pre-made. He goes, oh, no, we don't do pre-made. We do da. And I said, oh, no, mine were definitely pre-made. He goes, no, we tried it. We make a set, but if we try to get them out with between 5 and 10 minutes. And I was like, well,
somebody made something wrong.
Somebody brought mine at 9:59 because they were not good. And so I said, they still taste delicious. I said, but when we came before, the ones I had when we first came, they were amazing. And I said, the boys look awesome. I go, but yeah, mine today weren't the fluffy that I remembered. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I was like, no problem. They're still good. And so then he went on. And so then Kimani came back. He's like, whew, I'm glad I missed it. And so I was like, well, I got to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, came back, and they made me new fluffy cakes. And so that's what I was like trying to tell them. I go, the boys, my side eye is not fluffy. Because fluffy, they're so sweet and kind. My side eye is to my children. The side eye is that they think that anytime you tell someone you don't like something or something didn't go right, that's negative conflict. And conflict is not negative. Yeah. your response, the way you say or do, makes it negative. So it's like this phrase that we say, conflict is inevitable, but combat is optional. So it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it.
Amen.
And so just for them to understand that if you go in and you talk like you have sense and you are not raising your voice and you're just letting somebody know, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. And so, and see, it gave me new fluffy cakes. Now I told the lady, she gave it to me, I go, that is so sweet. I said, thank you so much. I said, I don't think I can eat any more fluffy cakes. And so I left it for the boys to enjoy or take home with them. But see, it just to show them that you can still say what you need to say, but if you pay money for something, it needs to be right.
Yeah, it needs to be right. Yeah.
It needs to be right. So my side eye is to them, and I hope that experience helps them to feel comfortable speaking up when something's not right. Because if not, I told them, I said, if this is how you're going to be in your life, people are going to misuse and abuse you because they know you will not say anything about it. So that is my side eye.
Lost and confused, used and abused. You know where that's from? No sunshine has come my own something.
There's no more rain in this cloud.
All right. Well, that's all we have for today.
That is.
So we will see you guys. This is episode.
Grateful. What you grateful for?
Oh, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for change. Yeah, because I know something's popping on the other side of change, and I'm grateful for the spring. It's a beautiful, like today and yesterday were beautiful days. So with the news that I got, I needed to see the beauty, and I see it. You know what I'm saying? So let's do it. Let's do this.
All right.
What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful. I said this in our training because I did the circles training, but I am grateful that I have an amazing husband that if he has time, which is mostly almost every day, if he's making himself breakfast, he makes me breakfast.
I tried to, but you ain't eating them egg whites. What's up with that?
Well, I wasn't that I haven't been that hungry in the morning.
Okay.
And,
we wasting our money.
Oh my gosh.
You see that?
Yeah. So I did eat my turkey bacon and the toast.
The toast, yes.
But I wasn't, for whatever reason, I didn't feel that hungry that morning. Okay. So that's why I didn't eat my egg whites.
Okay.
So anywho, that's why.
What are you looking forward to?
Oh, what am I looking? Well, I'm kind of looking forward to us deciding spring break.
Ain't no decision. We already decided.
Oh, okay.
There's only one place because of the airports are jacked up. We can't run that risk. So we just going to go where we say we're going.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Or do we want to do a trip, or are we ready to do...
No. Because there's only going to be one can of paint.
Okay.
Or 2 cans. That's
okay.
$40.
All right, never mind. So I'm looking forward to our trip because that just gives us a little bit of, although we can have lovely time here, but it's like when you're on a trip.
But we're going to have a visitor on that trip too.
Oh, well, when you're on a trip, it's just like.
It's different.
Yeah, it's just different. Yeah. So, anyways.
It's different. And we trip different too. We trip different. That's just who we are. We always find people we talk to. We, you know, and it's going to be a cool trip.
Yeah. So what are you looking forward to?
Man, I really don't know. I don't know because it's just everything that I've kind of been looking forward to is like something else popping up, but not bad.
No,
you know, it's just I don't know. I guess it's a surprise of it all.
Oh, I do have to go to court on Wednesday. I'm fighting a ticket.
Okay, I'm looking forward to you making sure you can come home without me having to come get you.
I'm going to court. They try to send me a thing saying I ran a red light. You don't even see a red light on the picture. So
it's a very grainy picture, but that is not going to be their excuse. They're going to be like, "Oh, our system says."
No. I talked to Jen, my teammate, whose son is a police officer, and he said many people go and fight it, and then they just do whatever with it.
I hope you get off.
Yeah, because they're gonna have to show me how were you able. If this picture looks like this, how did you determine it?
That's true. I pray everything goes well.
I do too, because I'm not giving them my $70.
I'm looking forward to keeping my wife out of jail.
I'm not going to jail, but I don't want to give them $70
Yeah.
because I go that route all the time, so I
Yeah.
know how the light works. So that's why I know it is a bold-faced lie.
Bold face. I guess I can say I'm looking forward to buying my lawnmower tomorrow.
Oh yeah, lawnmower.
Yeah, buying my lawnmower tomorrow so I can cut my grass a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. This is the Refreshingly Normal podcast where we talk all things refreshingly normal about being a couple, human beings, teachers, parents, just people in this world trying to survive. Because we're keeping our head above water.
I was going to say, I'm a survivor.
Yeah, and that'll work too. So I am Kēfla.
Oh, I'm Cree.
And again, it's a Refreshingly Normal podcast. See you when you see it.
All right, we're going to get some Mexican food.
And some drinks.
And some bebitas.
Who?
Bebitas.
That's what drinks are?
I think that's drinks in Spanish.
Oh, Lord.
Is it bebitas?
I don't know. It
Yes.
is? Oh.
Yes.
Speaking of Spanish, if you know of any classes I can actually sit down and take, I don't want no online stuff. I want to actually take a Spanish class within the Atlanta metro area. It's not too far. Even if it's on a Saturday, let me know. All right.
All right. Bye.
Peace. The Refreshingly Normal Podcast.